Welcome back to another Watch Me Wholesale show. The way this works is I'm gonna randomly choose a market, then I'm gonna find a distressed property for sale, analyze and crunch the numbers, and then call and make an offer. All of that and more coming up.
This video is brought to you by Flipster, the nation's #1 real estate software, with tools for finding, funding, and flipping houses. Check it out now at getflipster.com.
If you're new here, I'm Jerry Norton, and I went from dead broke to millionaire flipping houses, and after doing 1,000 deals, I created this channel to help you master the art of wholesaling and flipping so you can live your dream life. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon to get notified when new videos are released. Okay, we've got the picker wheel up right now. We're gonna go ahead and click the spin button. Are you ready? Okay, here we go, spin. And let's see what the winner is. Richmond, Virginia. Let's go find a deal. Okay, so I went onto Zillow. We're gonna use Zillow on this one, and I put in Richmond, Virginia, and I'm looking here at the greater Richmond market. All of these red dots are actives for sale right now. And I'm gonna go put in a filter and see if I can narrow down and find a distressed property. So first I'm gonna uncheck these boxes, make sure we're just looking at houses. Then I'm gonna go to the More tab, and I'm gonna go ahead and put in a keyword fixer-upper. It's usually the first one I check to see if I can find anything. But guys, the way Zillow works is it's got that keyword search bar right there. And so you can put in all kinds of different keywords. Unfortunately, you can only do one keyword at a time. So what I did is I created a master list of like a couple hundred different keywords: investor, handyman, cash only, things like that you can try in the keyword search and see what kind of listings that pop up. So I'll give you that master list of keywords for free. I'll put a link in the description below and you can download that. But I just tried fixer upper and let's see what it gives me. Okay, it gives me one right here, this one right here. But sometimes one is all it takes. Let's take a look at this thing. They're asking $149.9. It's a 1405 square feet. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and comp this property. Oh, well, first let's take a quick look at it. Definitely distressed, old carpet, old walls, old kitchen, old bath. Looks like there's some roof leak going on there, something on the ceiling. Great opportunity for a fixer-upper in the booming city of Richmond and the Forest Hill Park area. 4-bed, 1 bath, newer roof, gas heat, central air. So that roof leak might be from something old. Good floor plan, large corner lot. Homes are selling for over $200K when fixed up nicely. So we'll see if that's true. Jimmy Benson is the agent here. So yeah, I mean, this thing looks like a pretty basic rehab. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my deal analyzer right now, and I'll show you how you can get this for free here in a second, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my deal in here. I'm gonna put 1405 square feet as my square footage, 1405. And then the rehab, to rehab this thing, I'm gonna go with a $25,000 budget. On the rehab, that's basically kitchen, bath, carpet, paint, and that'll get me about 25. That'll get that house updated. Now I may adjust that when I look at comps depending on what they look like, but for now, let's say 25,000. And then let's go back over here. Let's duplicate this tab. And then let's go ahead and look at some comps. So we're right here. What I wanna do is I wanna zoom in, get in here tight. So here we are, we got some major roads. Let's try to stay inside this area right here. And I'm gonna switch this to solds now. We wanna go look at sold homes. And then I'm gonna take the fixer upper filter out, and I'm gonna put 6 months with comps. Wow, lots of comps in this area. And again, we are 1,400, so let's put a filter of 1,250 to 1,750 on our square feet. Okay, so we're right in this pocket right here. Here's one for 199. How's this thing look? Okay, nice. Look at this. This is a rehab. This thing got 200. A really, really nice looking rehab on this one. There's our kitchen. So that got 200. It's 1,600 feet. And let's see what else we got. There's one for 190. Here's a 300. What is going on with that one? Why did this get 300? Something's going on there. That's kind of an outlier. Here's a 200. Okay, there's a little flip, I think. Let me see here what's going on. Oh, this is new construction built in 2020, and it got 205. Look at this one right here, 270. Wow, here's a flip, and this is nice. Yeah, look how nice this is. All out kitchen, appliances, doors. Yeah, this is a nice rehab on this one. It got $270, but it's brick. You know, we're not going to get $270 for that house. And I'm curious here if we can take a look. So check this out, you guys. So this house sold for $116 and then relisted for $269. So the investor bought it for $116, rehabbed it, put it up for $269, and sold it for full ask price. So clearly a demand here in this market. I think we're not going to get $270, but I would definitely go with the agent put over $200. I think $225 is probably realistic. So I'm going to put in here. Let's figure out what that would look like. So if I put in my price per square foot of, there we go. Let's go to 160. There we go. So at $160 a foot, that puts me at 224.8. So about 225, 160 a foot on 1,405 square feet with a 25 rehab. If I go with the standard 75% formula, which is what a lot of flippers are happy to make, that means they'll make about 22.4. I'm gonna say that this is about a 25. Let me change this a little bit. I'm gonna up this. I think a flipper is at least gonna wanna make 25 on this thing. So then that puts me at, yeah, somewhere around there, around the 75%. That's at 150, guys. 150. This thing is, they're asking 150. So interesting here. If I want to make 15 though, I need to be at 135. You know, maybe this rehab is going to be a little bit higher. It's probably going to be more like to match that one, probably 40,000. Maybe not, maybe 35. Let's go 35,000 on a rehab. That puts me about 125. If I could get this thing for 125, I'm confident I could wholesale it for 15 more. A flipper's gonna come in and pay, you know, 140 for it, and then fix it up, make 25, spend 35, make 25, sell it for 225. Those feel like good numbers to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call up this agent right here. His name is Jimmy Benson. I'm gonna Google his name and company, and then I'm gonna send him a quick text and just say, hi Jimmy, I'm an investor interested in your property on Marcy, wanna make a cash offer, call me, and see if I can get him to call me back real quickly, and then we'll make our offer. Hey Jimmy, thanks for calling me back.
Yeah, you called or texted about Marcy Place.
Yeah, I see it's been a couple weeks on the market. I'm an investor looking at it for a flip. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, just taking a look at this. I've been looking at some comps in the neighborhood. I've been doing flipping for a while. I'm not from this area, but I'm looking at this as an opportunity to flip.
Right.
What's the story here? It's vacant?
It is vacant.
Okay.
It's an estate.
Okay.
It's actually today, it's just come back on the market. We had it on the market and sold it quickly, although we ran into estate problems that took a couple of months. We had another flipper that had put it under contract right away when it hit the market, but we couldn't get our estate worked out in time, so we killed the contract and have just been waiting to get through the court system with COVID. It took a lot longer.
What happened to that flipper? Did he move on?
He did move on. Yeah, he didn't want to hang. We held for 90 days, but it just took longer, and we couldn't give him a definitive deadline because we kept getting pushed off by the court to get into court, and so we've gotten that solved now, and so we're ready to be able to execute and finish a contract.
I see. Yeah, and I see a note in your write-up here about over 200. I've been kind of looking. There's one comp north of there a bit that did really good, but it's brick and has a couple more things going for it up on Crutchfield.
Yep.
And it's a it's got 2 bath, not the one. But that thing got 269. There's a new build that somebody did that got a little over 2. So I think I kind of went in at around 225 as a realistic number on a back end if you spent the right money, but you gotta spend it, you gotta put some money into this thing.
Sure. Yeah, you're going to spend $20,000 to get it there. Roof is new. It needs to be pulled apart a little bit and made modern on it. So yeah, we expect, that's why we priced it where we did, to give somebody that room and be able to walk away with $25K in their pocket.
Yeah, this one picture where it's got some roof leak damage, or some ceiling damage, is that from the roof?
That was from the prior roof, correct.
But it's got a new roof on it.
It has a new roof on it.
How are the windows?
Gosh, to be honest, I don't recall on the windows whether they've been replaced or not.
Yeah.
Be happy to meet you and show it to you.
Well, so what I like to do is see if we can get something put together. I don't really need an inspection. I kind of know my numbers and what things are. I would just need like a day to send someone to do a quick walkthrough to make sure, nothing scary is going on, foundation or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I make 100 offers a week on properties, So
understand totally.
But let me see if I can understand the math on this thing. I mean, if this thing can get, I would be spending a lot more than 20. If I look at this comp on Crutchfield, they did really all out, like backsplash, new cabinets, new counters, new doors, new floors, new bathroom, tile, just landscaping, staging, kind of all out on this one to get that high number. Kind of a down and dirty cosmetic kind of lipstick flip where you just go in and do carpet paint, maybe cabinets, counters. That bathroom too, hit that bathroom. Yeah,
yep,
maybe 20, maybe 20, 25. Don't, try to keep it super, super basic. Then I would be looking at like a 200 maybe. Like I think you're right, 200. It'd probably get 200 if it was done right. If you spent the money the right way. So let me see here. If I'm running my numbers, we get this thing around 200 on a back end. I'm going to put 25.
The comps are there to get you to 225 in the neighborhood. Be happy to, show you those. So that's kind of the number we were working off of based on some of the sales.
225?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see that, but I would be putting my budget a little more to match this comp on Crutchfield, which would be more like, that would be more like a 40K rehab to get that, to make it match that one. Do you know which one I'm talking about? 3714. I'm not sure if you're in front of your computer.
Yeah, I'm not in front of the computer, but yeah, I know. I saw that one. That's obviously the star of the area right now.
Yeah, that thing is all out. Yeah.
But I'm sure if you're making 100 offers a week, the Richmond market, it's on fire, and to find stuff in that low 200 range is selling like crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think you're right. Let me just see here. That puts me at about 125, 130 for a number to work. Are you looking for full price, or what are you guys trying to get?
Yeah, it'll sell. We had it sold full price before. Our last flipper, and that's where it'll go. Mm-hmm.
Someone put 25 in, 25 in. They're in for 175. Try to sell for 225.
Yep, that's the math. Pay your commissions, your capital gains, walk away with a net of 25 in your pocket. Most of the flippers and investors these days are pretty happy to walk away with those numbers.
I know. Yeah,
it's a different market. Occasionally you may get that 40K home run that we used to be able to get, but
yeah. Would it be worth presenting an offer for 125 verbal, like just at least a verbal, and see where they're at?
Sure, I'll throw it out to them.
Yeah, just say you got a guy you can close quick, all cash, and just see what they say. Maybe they'll entertain it or come back with something, or.
I'm happy to pitch and see what we can do.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do that.
Thanks, Jerry.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so very interesting, guys. At 150, there's really no room to wholesale this deal, right? Because if I look at my math here, to pay $150, I'd have to have no wholesale fee, and I'd have to keep my rehab down to probably 20. Like, that's the numbers they're doing. So he's right. The guy knows what he's talking about. It's just, those are, yeah, right there. So if I put this thing at, I'd have to hit his numbers that he's saying, I'd have to put this thing at a 230 back end, a 20 rehab, 20,000 rehab, make about 25 in profit, and puts me at a 155 buy, or no, 150 is all we're looking for. Let me back that down. So yeah, that's where he's getting that from. So if I go back to 225, so 225 on a sale, 20 on a rehab, put you at a 150 buy, which is right where they're listed. So it's a great little deal for a flipper. That's okay to make 25 doing a pretty decent rehab. But then I'm not interested in buying at that. So I would need to be at probably 20 grand cheaper, or let's say 15 grand, be 140, 135. So I told him 125. Let's see if we can get maybe a counter back, but I could probably come up to 135. Let me put that number in. Yeah, if I put a 15 wholesale, I buy at 135, bring it up to 150, take it to a flipper like the one he had at full price. They spend 20, sell for 225. I'm a little hard pressed to think 20 grand is going to get you a 225 back end, but he brings up a good point. There's no inventory. The market's on fire. Pretty much anything you put out there halfway decent sells really quickly and for top dollar. So we'll see what happens. When he comes back to me, if he says, you know what, they won't do 125, they want 140, I'll try to go back to 135, see if I can get it done. If we do, we can wholesale it for a quick 15 to a local flipper. Okay, so guys, really helpful to have the deal analyzer, because I can manipulate my numbers and play with them like I was doing, and you can kind of see where you need to be at. It's great on the fly when you're talking to someone. I'll give this to you for free. I'll put the link in the description below and you can download that. Really helpful as you do this. And I also want to invite you to check out Flipster. Flipster is my all-inclusive platform for managing your entire wholesaling and flipping business. It's a cloud-based system that has everything from leads, analyzing, managing your all of your deals, your digital contracts, even tools for flipping, all of that. So it's amazing, dozens of different tools, really helpful to really keep you organized and automate things and streamline things. So go to getflipster.com to check that out. And guys, if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. This is the #1 channel on YouTube for all things wholesaling and flipping, and I'll see you on the next video.